and welcome to this live reading from The Fisherman X My Heart from the Fisherman series. This is book 1 by Rebel Nix O'Day, and this is hosted by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Prologue. Blog entry from the Diary of a Casual Observer. It's been a slow news week in the city, so today, how about a little gossip? Rumor has it that Champaign Falls' long-lost daughter, Samantha Reynolds, is coming home. It's been a long 4 years, hasn't it? With 4 single fishermen to greet her, one has to wonder, how long will they remain just friends? Which one will she choose? Should we start a poll? After everything the girl has been through, coming home can't be easy. She is a much stronger woman than I am. If I had been treated like she was, I would have left on the first bus with my shiny ass hanging out the window. It would be an open invitation for all of you to kiss it goodbye. She endured 6 months of outraged hashtags trending her demise. It was a solid year for justice to be slapped on the wrist. It took 2 years for everyone to stop the hushed whispers in her wake. Even after 8 long years, the 20-somethings of Champaign Falls look at her with either guilt or sorrow. I, for one, hope that she settles in for a happily ever after with the eerily perfect Fisher family. I would love to know that not only did this town not break her, but we gave her everything she ever wanted. Even though my money is on her hightailing it right back out of here, I'd love to see her stay and be happy. So, casual observers, cast your vote. Who will she choose? Number 1, Morgan Fisher. Number 2, Connor Fisher. Number 3, Xander Fisher. Number 4, Zach Fisher. Or number 5, fuck you, Champaign Falls, she's out. Stay tuned to find out who everyone is rooting for. Chapter 1. It all began with Katari. Sam. Jumping my whole 5 feet 4 inches of nothing self down on my suitcase is comical. It's not any closer to closing. Rika, help me! My roommate enters my room, flushed from hauling her own stuff down the stairs and into my pickup truck. I can't get it closed. Sit on it with me. Between the two of us, we smash everything in as tightly as we can, jumping and sitting on the hard plastic until the suitcase is finally latched, and then we fall backwards, collapsing on my bed. Sam, can you believe we are going home? We're leaving New York and headed back to Champaign Falls. She waves her hand in a sweeping motion above us, with degrees and dreams. I nod. It's unreal. I'm nervous. It's time to be a grown-up now, you know? Rika leans up on one elbow and pats my head reassuringly, but gives me a condescending look. You get to live with your dad, find a job, and then be a grown-up. She mocks, pouting. I'm moving in with a stranger and half a plan. I slap her playfully. Connor isn't a stranger. He's one of my best friends, just like you. You mean one of the men in your harem? I roll my eyes, like I haven't heard that joke 1,000,000 times or more. No, you mean reverse harem, and that isn't what it is. They are just my fishermen. I shrug my shoulders, sitting up from the bed. Look, a really terrible thing happened right before high school. The Fisher brothers took it upon themselves to change my circumstances. All 4 of them picked me up every morning for school, and all 4 of them brought me home. All 4 were my homecoming dates, and whoever aligned in age took me to prom. We hung out every day, all day, until I went to college. Grabbing my suitcase, I take one last look around the room. This has been my home for the last 2 years. After the first year in the dorms, Rika's friend invited us to live here. We got affordable rent, and in exchange, we checked in on her friend's mom downstairs. Mrs. Flanagan is a nice lady and a great landlord. We picked up groceries for her, and at least once a week, she made us dinner. We graduated a month ago, but couldn't find jobs in our field. Journalism isn't what it used to be. It's hard to get into, even at smaller newspapers. Between my high school AP classes, skipping summer breaks, and accelerated curriculum classes, I graduated a year and a half early, making me too young for news outlets to take seriously. We are both done being proofreaders and book editors. We've done that throughout college. I don't mind it, but it's not what I feel like I should be doing. I did that without the degree I have, but can't afford. Rika got a job at our local newspaper back in Champaign Falls after a prison interview she did with a famed serial rapist. She tried to ride that train straight into a job in New York City, but things didn't go as she had hoped. She won't be writing big city cutting-edge investigative pieces as she envisioned, but she'll have a real job. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Turning to leave, Rika grabs a box off the kitchen table and follows me out. You never, not even once, developed feelings for one of the fishermen? She asks with a side-eyed glance. I developed feelings for all of them, but I fell in love with only one of them. Heading down the stairs, I knock on Mrs. Flanagan's door and hand over the key. Bye, Mrs. Flanagan. I'm going to miss her soda bread. We hired a cleaning crew to come in tomorrow. Be sure to let them in. Yes, we will miss you girls. You drive safe and do keep in touch. She hugs and kisses us both on our cheeks. Yes, Mrs. Flanagan, we answer in unison. I feel nostalgic as we climb down the cement stairs to the street one last time. Rika picks up her pace to match my stride to the truck. Excuse me, Samantha, you can't drop a bomb like that and walk away. You're in love? With one of the Fisher brothers? Since the beginning, there has always been one. Pursuing it would have damaged our dynamic, and I needed the dynamic. I had been labeled strictly hands-off, and each brother agreed to abide in the pact. So you're never going to do anything about it? Ever? I needed the dynamic to survive high school. Now I'm an adult. I think it's time to get what I want. Balancing the box on her hip, she offers her hand up to slap. Yeah, it is. I return her high five and snort a laugh. After throwing the last of our things into the pickup truck, I button down the tarp. I pull my long brown hair up into a ponytail, throw on my trucker hat, and slide into the front seat. So, which fisherman are you in love with? Rika chirps. To understand that, you have to understand the dynamic. You have to know how it all began. It started before the incident we are never to speak of. Turning the key in the ignition, my truck rumbles to life. Pulling out into minimal traffic, pushing the memory from the back of my mind, the forgotten words tumble out of my mouth. It all began with Katari. Chapter 2. The moment I saw the Fisher boys, my heart raced and dropped all at once. My cheeks pinked and my throat went dry. Samantha Reynolds. Sam's journal entry. Ugh, my parents are ruining my life. Dad and I just moved in next door to the Fisher family. I no longer live across town in a large home, in a gated community, nor do I live with two parents. My new house is described as quaint, charming even. Those are poetic words for saying small and old. The only thing I like about this house is the view. Sitting a foot away from my window so I can't be seen, I watch 4 shirtless, gorgeous boys a little older than me playing catch with a football. Everyone knows the Fisher brothers. There's a blog devoted to all things Fisher brothers. I admit it. I'm a loyal subscriber to the Diary of a Casual Observer. I am the Casual Observer today. It sounds better than stalker. Leaning slightly forward, my mouth goes dry when sweat beads on their sun-kissed skin. All 4 of them are sizzling freaks of nature. Seriously, it is unfair how genetically unflawed they are. Even though I'm on the A squad of popularity, they are out of my league. I mean, I'm but a mere mortal spying on the celestial. I go to St. Mary's. They go to East Falls. I am starting 8th grade. They're in high school. I'm watching them drink water from the hose while laughing and roughhousing. They don't even know I exist. And because they don't know I exist, they don't know my bedroom window faces the side of their house. They don't know that their secret little makeout spot, the patch of grass between the generator and the utility box hidden by hedges, is right below my bedroom window. I have their schedule down now. See the graph on page 1? They go in order. Big brother Morgan, a junior in high school, gets use of the spot every Monday. Connor, the sophomore, gets the spot each Tuesday. Now the freshman twins, Zach and Xander, are a little fuzzy. I don't know which one is which. I call them dark broody boy and cute artist boy. Not because it describes them, but because it describes their type. I voyeuristically watch them, my back to the wall perched from my loft bed. Up here I can see down with perfect clarity, but they need to angle to look for me. They don't even know I'm here. I keep notes and schedules. I don't know why, other than because I'm 13 and curious. Monday. Today, like every Monday night, Morgan has Ashley Aniston in his arms. She's a blonde cheerleader type. She giggles annoyingly while talking with and kissing Morgan. I have a feeling he keeps his mouth pretty firmly on her so she'll be quiet. Her voice is annoying. Her laugh is annoying. She's annoying. If she didn't look like a real-life Barbie doll, I can't imagine why anyone would want to be around her. She's a sophomore at my school. She's a snob. Each time I watch, he takes things just a bit farther with her. Today, he lifts her shirt up and brings it down over his head. His face is probably on her bare skin because she squeals with delight. All I can see is the shape of his head stretching her t-shirt. She throws her head back and I get a clear view straight down the neckline. He unclasped the front closure on her bra. I didn't even know bras came like that. I can see his tongue flick at her nipple, causing her hips to squirm on his lap where she's straddling him. When her breathing becomes ragged and her hips maintain a steady movement on his lap, he closes his mouth over her nipple and she springs forward, blocking my view. I've heard the term dry humping before, now I see what that is. It stirs strange new feelings and desires in me. His kiss looks harsh. Passionate, maybe? It looks almost painful. She leaves every Monday with swollen lips and starry eyes. Today she will leave with wet nipples. I wonder what it would be like to have a mouth on my nipples, especially one belonging to a Fisher boy. Each time Morgan grabs Miss Perky Press by her butt and pulls her down harder on him, I want to know what that feels like too. I secretly wish it was me. Tuesday. Connor prefers librarian-looking girls. Unlike Morgan, it is a different girl every Tuesday. This one goes to my school, too. I recognize the uniform. As per his type, her hair is in a ponytail, and she's wearing huge black framed glasses. Her body is lanky. She's all knobby knees and freckles. He plays it cool at first. They read. Laying side by side, holding hands, they look for and point out cloud formations. The looks he gives her suggest she is the most beautiful creature he has ever laid eyes on. Pushing a loose strand of hair behind her ear, he locks eyes with her. Slowly, he brings his mouth to hers but stops a breath from her lips. Then he waits for her to fill the empty space between them. As he always does, he ends up on top of her in the throes of a sensuous kiss. I wonder what it would be like to have my face cupped and my hair smoothed with the deep, slow passion that Connor prefers. Every Tuesday, I wish it was me being adored. Wednesday. It's dark, broody twin day. Both twins have the blonde-hair, blue-eyed, boy-next-door look of their brothers, but dark twin prefers goth girls. A stark contrast to the previous night. Dark twin holds his girlfriend by her neck when he kisses her. He sucks and bites on her bottom lip, and he also enjoys being bitten. He's wearing a black shirt and dark jeans. She's wearing a black leather dress and combat boots. They look dangerous. He pulls the neckline of her shirt to the side, biting and sucking along her collarbone, leaving bruises and marks. He leaves them where they can be covered easily by her shirt or hair. Today he spins her around and holds her back to his front. Brushing her unnaturally black hair to the side, he sucks down her shoulder while the other hand travels up and down the smooth leather. She turns her head to resume the kiss, and he cups her breast, running his thumb back and forth over her nipple until it beads. She raises her arm over her head into the back of his head, pulling him in for a deeper kiss. His hands travel down, lifting the front of her dress and sliding his hands into her black panties. Gently, he rubs her as she moans and squirms. Yikes. The sight makes my insides flutter. He progressed faster than Big Brother. Maybe he's had this girlfriend longer than Morgan had Ashley? A heat spreads inside me, and I want to be touched like that. It's such a naughty thought to have, I know, but the quake in my core doesn't care. I wonder if I would like biting, sucking, harsh kissing more than the tender kisses Connor prefers.